Mobile television production facilities for this broadcast are made possible by a grant from Walmart. Walmart, with their location on the White Horse Pike in Somerdale.
You're watching Sterling High School Channel 19, winner of the Mid-Atlantic Emmy Award for the Best Live Game Broadcast. Serving Hynella, Wild Springs, Magnolia, Somerdale, and Stratford.
Hello everybody, welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. We are here for some 2023 girls basketball between the Sterling Lady Knights at 4-2 and the Haddon Township Hawks at 5-1. Look at the Colonial Liberty standings. Woodbury leading the way at 6-0. Behind them is Haddon Township at 5-1, Haddonfield 4-1, Sterling at 4-2. Then behind them is the West Deptford Eagles at 1-5 and the Haddon Heights Garnets at 0-6. As you look at the team comparisons here, Sterling sitting at 4-2, fourth in the Colonial Liberty. They average 37 points per game. Defense allows about 30 points per game. As you see their top scorers there, Morgan Sims and Aaron Quinn with 11 points per game, Mackenzie McDonald at 5 points per game, and Bridget Dixon with 4 points per game. We look at Haddon Township at 5-1, second in the Colonial Liberty. Offense averaging 43 points per game, defense allowing 31 points per game. Their top scorer being Kirsten Callahan with 14 points per game. Then it's Sarah Weideman at 9 points, Ali Kamolda and Maddie Moronsky at 7 points.
And you look at the game history, Sterling is 309 and 125 overall with a 71% win percentage. Haddon Township 338 and 88 with a 79% win percentage. In league play, Sterling is 187 and 50, and Haddon Township is 199 and 40. And then home and away standings, Sterling is 138 and 44, and Haddon Township is 111 and 38. Haddon Township leads the series 15-7. They've won 5 straight, and Sterling's last win came in 2019.
The game here for the Knights is to push the tempo, solid team defense, and rebounding. And I think the best part about Sterling is their team defense. They have been really strong. As we look at this Sterling starting 5, all juniors on here, as there's number 24 Morgan Sims, number 12 Aaron Quinn, number 5 Bridget Dixon, number 21 Mackenzie McDonald, and number 14 Caitlin Ott. And for Haddon Township, it's number 6 Kirsten Callahan, the freshman. Then it's number 21 Ali Kamolda, the sophomore. And then 2 juniors here is number 5 Kara Mulligan and number 12 Maddie Moronsky, and the senior, number 14 Sarah Weideman. So here we're having the player introductions, and thank you all for joining us here on Sterling Channel 19. I'm Brian McLernan, joined by Kevin Schulz and Connor Strauss. And this is a highly anticipated matchup between 2 very good teams. Both have been great to start the year. Obviously, Haddon Township sitting good at 5-1 and Sterling at 4-2.
For you two, you look at the group standings. What has surprised you the most this year?
When you look at Haddon Township, one thing about them is they're very well coached, very patient, and they do a very good job of their half-court offense, and they defend well. So there's a good, solid team. Tom Mulligan has been here a long, long time and has really had a lot of success on the Sterling end. Sterling plays outstanding defense. You saw that as one of the keys to the game. But they really do it well, communicate well, and really carry out what Coach Kate McDonald wants them to do, and they do it well.
And it feels like most Sterling teams are very defensive heavy, they go to defense first over offense.
Yeah, that's for sure. And we're going to look here at these Sterling player introductions, and we've seen a lot of these girls, both returning and new, just really show what they're capable of in this first half of the year. I mean, we've seen a lot of great plays from girls like Bridget Dixon, Caitlin Ott, Erin Quinn, all those girls making a lot of big plays for the Knights. One of the reasons why they're 4-2. They're only 1-2 at home, so hopefully they can get to that 500 mark with a win tonight against the Haddon Township Hawks.
Talk about how they benefited from that run last year, when they ultimately came up a little bit short in the South Jersey Championship game, but it was just an outstanding job. And when you play playoff level basketball, I think it just makes you, individually it made them better players and it made them a better team.
Yeah, they're a team that really fights, and I think throughout what we're going to see today and what we've seen all season, they're going to fight to the very end. They're going to make every second count. They're going to give their best every second they're out there on that court.
Now, that's something that's always a characteristic of Kate McDonald's team, as we look at Kate right there. There you see two coaches. Tom Mulligan, just an outstanding career at Haddon Township, as probably one of the most successful coaches over the last 30 years. And then Kate McDonald just doing an outstanding job here at Sterling in her first stint and coming back for the last 3 years, and really having these girls play the way she wants them to play.
So about ready to get things underway here at the Castle. First game of the 2023 is underway, and Sterling will start with it. Here's a chance for Sterling to get on the board early, and they do. It's a layup from Bridget Dixon, and 6 seconds in, Sterling already with a 2-0 lead.
Now, they got going the other way, and up-tempo, you saw that as another key to the game, is something they want to do in this game. Look for them to run the floor.
So here's Township with it. That layup no good, rebounded there by Quinn, trying to stay with it. Trying to keep it in a sin. She finds Quinn, but it's taken away. An early jump ball.
Take a look at the last basket, just a bounce pass to Bridget Dixon, and she puts it up for the easy layup. I think as a home team, it's important for Sterling to get an easy, quick lead in the game, because then you can control the pace, especially having the fans behind you.
So here's Wiedemann. And a foul. So that foul was on Kara Mulligan. She'll inbound it, finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann trying to set up a play. She finds Kamolda.
Sarah Wiedemann, the floor general out there, also an outstanding soccer player.
Looking for the inside, there's Wiedemann. Finds Kamolda. Kamolda driving toward the basket. Her shot no good. Rebounded there by Morgan Sims. And taking it back the other way is Bridget Dixon. Finds Sims out there to McDonald. McDonald from 3. The overshot. Sterling still with possession as Caitlin Ott finds Quinn.
You could see Sterling wanted to push the tempo, something we talked about in the pregame, but kudos to Haddon Township. They were equal to the task and had everybody back.
So there's McDonald. Her medium range shot no good. It's rebounded there by Callahan. Callahan finds Wiedemann. Out towards Mulligan, back to Wiedemann.
One thing I really like about this Sterling team is they don't have just one player that gets it done. It's every one of the 5 that they have out there. They're all good in different ways, and they really work.
So here's Dixon with it. Finds McDonald. That's out there to Caitlin Ott. And she puts that one through. 4-0 Sterling.
Well, good job by Ott, just turning, putting it up in traffic. And, you know, when Sterling has struggled offensively, they've missed the easy baskets, but so far tonight, they've been able to connect.
So that's out there to Mulligan. Finds Wiedemann. Out there towards Moronsky. She jumps up, no good. And here's Dixon with it for Sterling. Dixon driving. Dixon with her layup just off the mark. Rebounded there, no foul call. That was by Kamolda. Kamolda driving. Trying to make a move. Her shot up, well short. Rebounded there by Sims. Sims finds McDonald. McDonald long range two, puts it through.
So far into this game, Sterling has gotten every rebound.
Yeah, I mean, they've been everywhere to start off this game. Really good start here for the Knights, up 6-0.
And a good job of Mackenzie McDonald, obviously draining his shot, but really having a great sense of knowing where that open spot was on the floor, set herself there. Sims got her the ball and she drained it.
So here's Wiedemann. Long range shot and just in and out. That shot was by Callahan, rebounded by her teammate Kamolda. Out there to Callahan. Trying to set up a play, 4:15 to go in this first quarter. Finds Kamolda. Kamolda's still with it. Back out there to Callahan. Able to find Wiedemann. Her shot no good. Rebounded there by Caitlin Ott. And here's Dixon with it.
I really like that set from Haddon Township. They didn't get the basket to fall, but they were able to slow down the pace of the game and stop Sterling's run a little bit.
So here's Dixon driving toward the basket. Her shot no good. Stays in bounds. It's rebounded there by Wiedemann. Able to find Moronsky. Her shot good, and the Hawks get on the board. So here's Dixon. She finds Ott. Sterling trying to respond quickly. Her shot no good. Rebounded there by McDonald, but it goes out of bounds.
Well, we've seen Moronsky a couple different times with a baseline drive. That drive was a little bit out, but does a good job going and taking on contact and finishing.
So 3:23 left in this first quarter. Knights with a 6-2 lead over Haddon Township. It'll be Quinn. She finds McDonald. Out there to Dixon. Back to Quinn. Quinn from three. Just off the mark. And it will go out of bounds. Take another look at it.
Great shot by Quinn there, even though it didn't go in. She's been great from beyond the arc this year.
Here's Sammy Martin with it for Township. And loses the ball is Moronsky. Taken away there by Quinn. Now here's Sims. Finds Dixon. Dixon finds Quinn. That's out to McDonald. McDonald from three. Can't connect. There's Sims with a nice rebound, and her layup is good. Nice job by Sims to stay with it and put it through for Sterling.
And the key was in a lot of traffic, just didn't put it right up, found the open area to the right, and was able to bank it soft off the glass. Real nice inside play by Morgan Sims, who we've seen a lot of three-point shooting from throughout the year.
So Martin able to find Kamolda. Finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann driving. Her shot is off the mark. And rebounded there by Ott. She finds Dixon. Dixon from long range finds Quinn. Nice pass. Quinn with her layup, no good. Rebounded there by Kamolda. Kamolda driving, finds her teammate Martin, and Martin puts it through. Able to cut Sterling's lead down to 4. Dixon finds Sims, back out to Dixon. Dixon trying to slow up the pace. Here's McDonald. She finds Caitlin Ott, taken away. And it was a nice job by Wiedemann to strip it away.
Yeah, and they're really collapsing down on Ott when she gets the ball down in the low post. That's where their help defense really takes over.
So here's Wiedemann with it. Hawks down by 4. Here's Martin. Martin drives, finds her teammate Richie, I believe. No, that is Moronsky as she puts it through. Makes it a 2-point game. Here's McDonald trying to stay with it. Guarded by 2 defenders. Goes off the foot of Caitlin Ott and into the hands of Wiedemann.
Sterling here has to slow down the pace. They're trying to get the shots beyond the arc. They've got to be able to contain the lead and just slow down the game.
8-6, Sterling trying to tie it up, and the Hawks will do just that. That's Moranski again.
Not a bad job defensively right there by McKenna McDonald. We also saw Sims defending Moranski well, and both her baskets, she fought through tight defense and just made a couple of real nice plays down in the low post offensively.
So here's Dixon driving, finds Ott, back to Dixon. She finds Sims, that's out to Quinn now. Finds Caitlin Ott. Out there to Sims. Here's McDonald, she finds Ott. Ott trying to find someone, she gets it to Dixon. Dixon, her shot, no good, but a foul. Clock stops with 11.8 seconds left in this first quarter.
Well, here's a nice job by Bridget Dixon, knowing she's going to get contact. When she takes it on, goes right up with the ball and gets herself to the free throw line.
So it'll be Dixon from the line. And her first shot, she drains it. Gives Sterling the lead back, is now 9-8. She'll have to make this a 2-point lead. Here's Dixon's second shot. And off the mark with that one, so it'll stay a 1-point game. Here is Callahan. 5 seconds left. Callahan trying to get separation. Gets it out to Moranski. Her shot, no good. So the Sterling girls will introduce themselves. Second quarter action coming up after this. 9-8, Knights on top.
Mackenzie McDonald, Jr., forward, Laurel Springs.
Morgan Sims, Jr., guard, Stratford.
Bridget Dixon, Jr., point guard, Summerdale.
Aaron Quinn, Jr., guard, Summerdale.
Shane Duffy, Jr., forward, Summerdale.
Caitlin Ott, Jr., forward, Summerdale.
Arlen Kay, sophomore, guard, Stratford.
Antonia Troilo, sophomore, guard, Laurel Springs.
Amber Wilsey, sophomore, guard, Stratford.
Paris Logan, sophomore, forward, Hynella.
Maddie Sims, freshman, forward, Stratford. Lexi Kuhn, freshman, center, Stratford.
Hello everybody, welcome back to second quarter action. Sterling with a 9-8 lead over the Haddon Township Hawks. As that was a pretty fast-paced first quarter here at the Castle.
No doubt, Sterling. Yeah, went with an up-tempo look, and again, Township for the most part was equal to the task. And on the other end, Strong got out to what, an 8-2 lead at one point. But give credit to Township. They fought back and had some real nice plays, a good ball movement against a pretty good Sterling zone defense.
You just saw a shot of Coach Mulligan as that's to travel on Sterling. He's also a phenomenal tennis coach. He was the first. He coaches the boys team. I know he was one of the first. He was the first coach to beat Haddonfield. First Colonial team to beat Haddonfield in over 30 years. He did that last year.
Wow.
So phenomenal coach for tennis.
So the Hawks with it, down by 1. Here is Wiedemann. She finds Martin. Martin gets it to Callahan. Callahan finds Camolda. Back to Martin. Martin finds Camolda. That's out to Wiedemann. Back towards Callahan. Callahan from 3. She drains it. First 3 of the night for either team.
Good movement on the far side. Kind of eventually swayed the defense over there. Left Callahan open on the near side, and she drained the 3.
So Dixon's 3-point attempt was blocked. So here's Township with it, up by 2. Here's Wiedemann.
You can see Bridget Dixon coming out there a little tighter on Callahan out in the 3-point area.
So here's Camolda. Out to Martin. Trying to find Camolda. That's out there to Wiedemann. To Martin now. Martin drives, finds her teammate Ruda, and that shot no good. And that will eventually go out of play.
Another look at the 3-point.
Kirsten Callahan, who is the niece of Kylie O'Donnell, who was our girls basketball coach in between when Kate McDonald left and came back. And Kylie O'Donnell did an outstanding job here about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And that's a 3 there.
So Sterling with a 12-11 lead after the 3 there by Sims.
And that's the one thing this year with Kirsten Callahan as a freshman shooting the 3s. Sterling can counter that, as you just saw with Morgan Sims draining a 3 of her own.
Take another look at the 3, and nothing but net on that one. And in close games like this, the difference is going to be the 3s instead of the 2-point possessions. There's the coach, again, a phenomenal tennis coach.
So here's Dixon with it. Sterling up by 1. Dixon drives toward the basket, shot off the mark. Rebounds her own shot, finds McDonald. Back out to Sims. Here's Quinn with it, finds Dixon. Dixon trying to slow up the pace. Sims looking for someone, and
Moving screen on McDonald, I think it's going to be.
I believe so. I didn't see what the ref signaled. But whatever it was, it will be Township's ball. 5:19 left in this first half. Sterling with a 12-11 lead over the Haddon Township Hawks. Here's Wiedemann. Finds Martin. Martin able to find Ruda. And that shot taken away there by Sterling. Here's Quinn. Finds Sims. Back out to Quinn. Then out to Dixon. Dixon able to find McDonald, and a foul there. I believe they're going to call it there on Ruda.
So take another look at it. Looks like Ruda just runs over Quinn. Maybe a little bit of
physical play away from the ball, but they're letting them play.
Yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those types of fouls, especially in this game. Dixon finds McDonald. McDonald trying to find Quinn in the box, but just not able to connect. So here's Wiedemann taking it up the court for Haddon Township. Able to find Kamolda. Finds Wiedemann. Out there to Kamolda again. Back to Wiedemann. Kind of loses the ball at the end of the play is Moronski.
Soccer action from Morgan Sims.
Sims using her soccer skills there.
Yeah. Trying to inbound it there. There's Wiedemann. Wiedemann from 2, in and out. Rebounded there by Sims. Sims taking it up the court, finds Dixon. Dixon trying to set up a play here for the Knights. They lead it by 1, about 4 minutes left in the first half. Finds Sims, that's out there to Quinn, and they're going to call a travel on Erin Quinn. As Township will make another substitution.
Both teams really trying to be patient in their half-court sets in this second quarter. Not as much as an up-tempo game as we saw at times in that first quarter.
Yeah, we've only seen 2 shots made in this second quarter, and both were 3s. That's pretty much it in this second quarter for offense-wise. Driving there toward the basket is Moronski. First shot off the mark, but it will be a foul.
And I think the difference in this game is going to be who keeps their composure more. Especially in a game with low scoring, a lot of defense, you got to keep your composure and not foul.
Well, that's what Moronski does. She turns, goes to basket, but an outstanding job defensively by Mackenzie McDonald right there, getting herself in real good position.
So here's Wiedemann. Hawks down by 1 still. Quinn takes a ball. Wiedemann kind of loses it for a moment, and she passes it right to Dixon. Dixon driving toward the basket one-on-one, and her layup no good. And at the end of the play there, Kamolda kind of takes a fall.
It's going to be a jump ball going Haddon Township's way, I think the ref signaled.
Yeah, and I think what happened there, you saw Bridget Dixon coming in with the left hand, kind of lost track of the ball, or she would have went up a little bit stronger there. And most likely, like she always does, she would either have gotten the basket or gotten herself to the free throw line.
So here is Kamolda. She finds Wiedemann. Out there to Mulligan. Back to Wiedemann. Then back to Mulligan. Wiedemann able to find Moronsky. Then back to Wiedemann. Finds it inside to Kamolda, but it's stolen away by Dixon. Dixon up the floor, driving, and that shot no good, but a foul.
And there you see what happens when she has full control. She normally does. She's either going to get the shot off, score, or get herself to the free throw line.
So Dixon 1 for 2 from the free throw line today already. Dixon's first shot is good.
Just as I said, they hadn't really done a fast break up-tempo style of play in the last minute. It's kind of changed with Dixon going up the floor off a steal and then following it with another one here, getting herself to the free throw line.
So 1 for 2 again from the line.
Sterling does get the rebound though, so another chance to work on the offense.
Dixon able to find Quinn. Out there to Sims. Back to Quinn. Quinn trying to set up a play here for Sterling. Finds Caitlin Ott. Out to Sims. Back out there to Dixon.
With both teams in this half-court defense, you're seeing great communication. Really not a lot of open seams and areas to pass away from the ball. Just real good defensive coverage.
Sims finds McDonald.
They're pressing Sterling really well. It feels like as soon as anybody from Sterling gets the ball, they've got Haddon Township defender right on them.
So here's Dixon driving, finds McDonald. McDonald from 3, overshot it. Rebounded there by Ott. She's trying to stay with it, but then a foul at the end of the play. So it'll now be Caitlin Ott from the line.
And that's something we're seeing from Ott this year. We talked about it. That little subtle spin move away from traffic, and she's able to free herself up and still, again, take on a little bit of contact, but she was double teamed when she initially had the ball.
Here's Ott's first shot.
Caitlin Ott, not only a great basketball player, but also a great tennis player. Was first team all-conference at first doubles this season.
Here is Ott for a second time. And no good there. Here's McDonald. She finds Quinn. Out there to Sims. It's out to Ott. Ott driving, spin move, no good. McDonald will keep it in bounds. McDonald from 3, puts it through. Makes it a 5-point game with about a minute left.
And Mackenzie McDonald getting herself set up on the near side. Fewer shots that come from the far side. Got a little bit of an opening there, and she drained it.
So there is Kamolda. Finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann driving. Her pass intercepted there by Sims. That's out towards Troilo. Then out there to Quinn.
You can see Sterling going on a little bit of a run here. Haddon Township, it looks like, wants this to go to half. Can't let Sterling heat up right before the end of the half.
Sims finds Ott. Out there to Quinn. Then back to Troilo.
Yeah, obviously looking for the last shot right here. Trying to bring the ball out to open things up.
Here's Sims. He finds Troilo. 7 seconds. That's out there to Sims. Finds Quinn. 1 second. First shot. No good. So that will do it for this first half. Sterling with a 16-11 lead over the Haddon Township Hawks. Second half action coming up right after these messages.
Can one of you guys get the fouls and the leading?
Can I go to the bathroom?
Would you check your email?
What's email?
The thing that keeps making that sound! Now I know why you didn't join me for the fire escape! Open it now! 1,700 emails!
Maybe you should open your emails too.
You think so?
It's getting late. I should really go to bed.
Girl, what are you worried about? Come on, it won't hurt if you stay up another hour.
You know what? You're right. It couldn't hurt to stay up for another hour or so. What? It's already 1 a.m.? I didn't even realize it was so late. I'm telling her I'm going to bed. Oh my god, it's 7 a.m. Oh my god, ow! Ugh. Mom, I'm running late. Don't forget to pick up the kids later. Alright, I gotta go. Have a good day.
Dude, you should really take your hood down. I heard there's so many people internal for an entire semester. Dude, that's just a word. I'm not taking my hood down. That's stupid.
Hey, you know the rules. No hood. And where's your ID? Get to class.
How many times do I have to tell you? Get the hoodie off. That's it. I've had it with this hoodie business. Down to the vice principal's office now.
I can't believe I'm working on this homework for over an hour now. I only have to submit this last assignment and I'll finally be done. Who's messaging me? I don't know who this is, but I guess I'll just see what she wants and then I'll go to bed.
What?
It's got you all excited. I have a date with this girl I met on Instagram earlier this week. This is my first time meeting her in person though.
You just met this girl yesterday and you're already going on a date with her?
You're crazy, man. You gotta be careful. Whatever, man. You guys just may have a date tonight.
What is
Bullying, no matter the circumstances, someone will always be there for you.
Over 160,000 kids refuse to go to school each day in fear of being bullied.
Stop bullying and be united.
I need to use the potty.
Can I go to the bathroom?
Yes, you can.
I wasn't even gone for that long.
Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Sterling Channel 19. The girls basketball team with a 16-11 lead over the Haddon Township Hawks.
And there's a look at the front of Sterling. Take a look at one of our net cams. And here are our leading scorers. For Sterling, it's Morgan Sims and Mackenzie McDonald with 5 each. For Haddon Township, it's Moronsky with 6 and Callahan with 3.
Yeah, and a very fast-moving first half. Again, 16-11, not very high scoring. We didn't really see much scoring in that second quarter overall. We just saw the 2 threes and then a couple foul shots. Our next TV game this Thursday, January 5th, boys basketball will be playing here against Haddon Field at 5:30. Again, you can find that live on Channel 19, or you can follow it on youtube.com/SterlingTV19.
And it's a highlight reel. Mackenzie McDonald's first half. She had that deep 2 and then gets the rebound, gets the pass back and drains the 3. Great first half from Mackenzie McDonald.
Yeah, and a good job initially hustling the ball. It's almost kind of a give and go. Ball's out of control, got it out there, got it back, and made it.
Here's a highlight reel from Morgan Sims, gets the layup,
Morgan Sims.
and then drains the 3. McDonald and Sims have both of Sterling's 3s in that first half. They've really been carrying the offense in a game where both these teams are defense first.
Yeah, you see Moronski going to the basket. That's one thing she does very well. You see the help defense comes over and collapse. They find her down low, but she's one of those girls who can drive to the hole even while being defended. We see it right here. Goes up strong, and she's able to finish.
So here's Sterling with it to start this second half. And that pass goes out of bounds. It was intended there for Sims. And here is Wiedemann taking it up the floor for Haddon Township. They trail it here by 5. It's out there to Kamolda. Here's Wiedemann. Back to Kamolda. Wiedemann then finds Callahan. Defended by Quinn. Callahan able to find Kamolda. There's Callahan. Callahan from 3, way off the mark. And that one will go out of play.
We see Kirsten Callahan have an outstanding year as a freshman, and Sterling knows about her. And I think after she hit the 3, they were out there defending her a little bit more tightly.
So Dixon puts the layup up for 2. First points of this second half for the Knights.
Yeah, uncharacteristic of Haddon Township. Kind of lost track of Dixon right there and probably had her easiest drive to the basket.
And with both these teams being very good at defense, every point matters.
So that's rebounded there by McDonald. Here's Quinn with it now. Quinn finds Dixon. Finds Caitlin Ott. Her layup no good. Rebounded there by McDonald. Loses it at the end. And it goes out of play. We'll look at the last basket here by Dixon. Pretty easy layup there for Dixon. Probably the easiest shot she's had all night. Here's Caitlin Ott. She finds Quinn.
You see our roof cam right there. That's a great view of how Township moves defensively, especially away from the ball. You see right there, you see the good tight coverage over here. Really not a lot of spaces, a lot of space.
So here's Dixon with it. Finds Sims. Out there to Quinn.
Strong's been very patient, though. Give him credit. I mean, trying to move the ball around the outside. This is where you want to try to not get into being too predictable with your passes. You always want to see the ball fakes just to keep the defense off bounds.
Dixon drives toward the basket. No good rebound there by McDonald, and she is able to answer. Mackenzie McDonald able to put it through, and a timeout called. As Sterling now has a 9-point lead, their largest lead of the night.
And this is great patience. Great job of Bridget Dixon, sensing the defender was coming at her a little out of control. Drove to the basket, that quick first step, and Mackenzie McDonald, who's had an outstanding night, gets herself in a good position there for the rebound and the putback.
Take another look at it there.
Good job of McDonald going right to the ball and finishing.
So Haddon Township took a timeout as
and overall, Sterling having a pretty impressive night so far. They've held the Hawks to just 11 points. And the Hawks, they're one of the better offenses that we have. Averaging about 43 points a game. You can follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19. Find out whenever we go live, behind the scenes photos, and much more. Again, you can find that and plenty other things when you follow us on Twitter at SterlingTV19.
Well, Township was down. As we look at Sterling girls there, you see Mackenzie McDonald, who got that last putback to put Sterling up by 9. And Sterling had a big lead early on. Township fought back, and I think the difference has been Sterling on the defensive end. They've just been suffocating. Great defense away from the ball, great help defense, and they've been able to convert on offense.
So a foul there at the end of the play. I think both teams are a little confused on what that was about.
Well, when you get the tight defense, you get physical play, not only down in low post, but also out on the perimeter. I think that's what led to that foul right there.
Haddon Township took that timeout, and I think they really needed that timeout. Sterling's 5-point lead quickly turned into 9 points, and you see Haddon Township start to get a rhythm going now.
So it's going to be a travel called on Maddie Moransky.
And that's a great example of the defense that you have to have in Moransky, because we've seen someone try to defend her with one person going over there, and she does a great job being defended totally. There you had the help defense over there and really frustrated her.
It's that last play. Looks like Sims just pushes Weidman.
So here is Wiedemann. Hawks trail it by 9. Finds Kamolda. Out there to Martin.
Coach McDonald bringing Ireland K out. Doing a good job coming off the bench, defending out on the perimeter.
So Wiedemann, she finds Callahan. And Callahan from 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Wiedemann. Her jumper no good. Rebounds it herself, takes a fall. And the foul is called at the end of the play.
Yeah, Haddon Township really struggling right now in their half-court offense. You see right here the two defenders, Ireland Kay and Bridget Dixon, going at Callahan and getting in her face, taking a shot off. They're really aware of where Callahan is at all times out there on the perimeter.
So that jumper no good. Rebounded there by McDonald. She finds Bridget Dixon. Here's Dixon with it. Tight coverage here by Township. Stolen away. Intercepted there. Driving toward the basket and putting it through is Ali Kamolda.
Yeah, that's uncharacteristic of Bridget Dixon. You usually see the ball fake that keeps the defenders off balance. Kind of telegraphed that one a little bit.
And McDonald's layup there is no good. Nice defensive play there by Kamolda. Probably the best defensive play we've seen all night.
So McDonald is going to the line.
And then you saw Dixon come right back, take the ball down the floor, blew past the defender, dished off to McDonald. And Mackenzie McDonald is either getting the baskets or getting herself to the free throw line. And that's what you want your low post players.
So McDonald makes her first. Sterling trying to give their 9-point lead right back. That second shot, no good. A rebound there by Callahan, but a foul.
It looks like it's going to be a jump ball going Sterling's way. Aaron Quinn did a good job of, instead of just being Haddon Township's possession, getting a hand on that ball so it becomes a jump ball.
So here's Dixon. They're going to...
I think they're going to say she stepped on the line, maybe?
Yeah. And you see Mackenzie McDonald right there battling down in the low post. And, you know, when you get great defense from both teams away from the ball, you're going to get those fouls away from the ball. It just is what it is.
Yeah, and obviously the bench wasn't really happy about it, that's for sure. So here's Wiedemann. Finds Martin. Back to Wiedemann. Township down by 8. Here's Martin. She finds Komoda. Out there to Wiedemann. Finds Callahan. Callahan trying to drive. She gets it to Wiedemann. There's Callahan. That pass intercepted there by Ireland Kay. And Kay taking it back the other way. Finds Dixon. 2.5 left to go in this third quarter. Dixon finds Sims. Sims from 3, overshoots it. Rebounded there by Dixon. There's Kay back to Dixon. Finds Quinn, stays with it. Then out there to Dixon. And then Dixon will just slow things up.
For this third quarter, it feels like time of possession is 90% Sterling and 10% Haddon Township.
Yeah, overall, Sterling has been terrific with their ball control all game. For the most part, they've really done a good job slowing up the tempo and divvying up some nice plays.
And a good job of Bridget Dixon getting the rebound, coming back out, being patient, resetting the offense. That's how you have to play right now with a 21-13 lead.
So Quinn able to find McDonald. Thought about it for a moment, finds Dixon. That's out there to Sims. Sims from 3, no good. Rebounded there by Quinn. Sterling gets it right back. Physical play there. McDonald gets it out to Dixon. Finds Kay. Out there to Quinn. Quinn driving. Finds McDonald. McDonald, no good, but a foul. So overall, a long little drive there by Sterling will send McDonald to the free throw line.
And both teams have had these long drives, but the difference is that Sterling is capitalized by scoring points on them.
So it'll be McDonald to shoot from the line. Her first shot, drills it.
Yeah, to me, that's twofold. You had Aaron Quinn turn, go to the basket, and there's a time when you can put the ball up against 2 defenders, and there's other times you're going to dish it off. And secondly, again, a great job by Mackenzie McDonald, finding that open area of the floor, making herself easy to get the ball to.
Second shot by McDonald, and she drains both her free throws. We got a 10-point lead here for Sterling.
I believe this is their biggest lead. Have they had a 10-point lead?
Oh, this is their biggest lead.
Yeah.
Their biggest lead before this was 9, right. So now Sterling with their biggest lead of the night. Here's Wiedemann, stays with it. Long shot from Martin, no good. Rebounded there by Wiedemann. Her jumper, no good. Then that will eventually go out of bounds. It'll be Sterling ball.
And Sterling has not been trailing at all this game. They have either been tied or had the lead all game. So it's not like they have the lead, but they lose it. They've maintained the lead all game.
So here's Dixon with it. 35 seconds left in this third quarter. Dixon driving, and her hook shot goes through. And Dixon has had a good night so far.
Outstanding. Just really taking advantage of what the defense gives her. And that's what you want in your floor general, whether it's in moving the ball around or driving the basket, creating offense. She really can see the floor.
So Dixon was able to knock that loose. Ireland Kay falls on top of it. And we'll take a look at the last basket here by Dixon. She's able to float it up through the net. Make this a 12-point lead. 5.1 seconds to shoot here for Township. Out there to Komoda. Komoda driving toward the basket. Her shot is good. And that is what will end this third quarter as she does a little somersault at the end. So we'll take a look at the final shot that again ends this third quarter. Whee! Fourth quarter action coming up after this. Sterling up by 10.
I could really use a bev right now.
Pregame, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom, just water? Pregame, how many times did I tell you not to bring drinks in the classroom?
Take a look at the Walt Whitman house as we are coming back to the castle with the fourth quarter ready to get underway. Sterling with a 25-15 lead over the Haddon Township Hawks, and overall Sterling has had a lot of nice long drives, and they've capitalized on pretty much everything.
They really have, and I think to be successful against this Haddon Township defense, you've got to be patient and wait for things to develop, and Sterling really did an outstanding job of that, especially in that third quarter.
So Sterling with possession to start this fourth quarter. Here's Quinn. She finds McDonald. That's out there to Quinn. Quinn from three, no good. Rebounded there by Sims. Sims shot no good, and that's a rebound there by Wiedemann. So Wiedemann there finds Callahan. Callahan out there to Martin. And out there to Wiedemann again. Township trying to draw up a play. Out there losing the ball and picked up there by Quinn. She finds Dixon. Dixon out to Kay. Finds Sims. Back out to Kay, then there's Dixon with it. Dixon finds Quinn, then back out to Dixon. Nice save. Dixon finds, there's out to McDonald, then back to Sims.
Boy, outstanding ball. Didn't get a basket, but outstanding ball movement. Good inside-out movement, great movement around the perimeter.
Here's Kay. Back to Dixon.
Yeah, this is definitely a team that's feeling real comfortable in their half-court offense. When you can get a team that plays defense as well as Haddon Township chasing at certain points.
So a foul at the end of the play. Looks like that will be on Komoda as she was guarding against Dixon.
Wow, shoved her over.
So a little over 6 minutes left in this fourth quarter. Quinn able to find McDonald. Up there to Dixon, back to Quinn. Quinn finds Dixon. Dixon driving. And a nice move as she puts it through. What a night for Bridget Dixon.
You can tell that Haddon Township is getting frustrated. They took that unnecessary foul, and it resulted in points for Sterling.
Take a look at the last basket there by Dixon. She has been terrific tonight. Any opportunity she's gotten for driving toward the basket, she has capitalized on. She has been excellent.
And you saw that little subtle pump fake gave her that little bit of extra room, threw the defender off just a little bit, and she was able to finish.
So here's Wiedemann, able to get it to Kamolda. Out there to Callahan. Callahan, long pass out there to Kamolda. Finds Wiedemann. Wiedemann then finds Kamolda again. Kamolda out there to Callahan. Callahan from 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Quinn. Quinn driving, finds Kay. Not to Sims. Dixon kind of, I don't think was expecting a pass, so that one goes out of play.
One of the very few unforced turnovers as we look at the replay again of Bridget Dixon just doing a great job throwing the defender off and getting to the basket. Here you see the O'Donnell clan out watching Kirsten Callahan, their granddaughter and niece and daughter of all that gang. There's Kate Schmidt right there. That's her teammate, who's Kirsten's mom, Kelly O'Donnell, Callahan. You see Kate on the left right there, her on the right. That's from 1994, and there you see Kelly O'Donnell, Callahan. And here she is today, right over there. We're going to zoom in, and she's watching her daughter Kirsten. There you see Kylie right there, Kylie right here. There you see the mom, Kelly right there, and Mrs. O'Donnell here. Got all the O'Donnells there. Yep. The whole gang. I think Mr. O'Donnell's about down here. So one of the, I guess, first families of Sterling girls basketball with all the girls who played.
All right, so here's Wiedemann, able to get it to Maransky. Close to 4.5 minutes in this fourth quarter. And Wiedemann kind of loses it at the end. But it will still be Township ball. .12 lead here for the Knights, their largest of the night. Driving toward the basket is Maransky. The foul called at the end of the play, and she'll go to the line.
And not a bad foul, because, you know, I think they've just done an outstanding job making things difficult for Maransky, whether it's a baseline drive or a drive right there. They made it difficult for her, because we've seen if she's been going at one-on-one, she can make you pay with those drives at basket, and she can finish.
So Maransky puts her first one through. Maransky again, this time off the mark. So here's Dixon with it. Dixon. Making some nice moves. Dixon driving toward the basket. Nice pump fake, and she puts it through.
Somehow I recognize that move from that last drive to the basket. Really, she's just having her way right now on these drives is Bridget Dixon.
So we're just under halfway through this fourth quarter. Sterling maintaining a 13-point lead.
So here is Wiedemann. Wiedemann drives toward the basket, puts that one through. And a timeout called by Township. Take a look at Sterling's last basket.
There you see Bridget Dixon. There's that move, that little subtle move right there that throws the defender off. And she's just got that extra burst in the drive that allows her to blow past the defenders. And there you see Coach Tom Mulligan talking to his team. I don't think his team has played that poor of a game. I just think Sterling's just been outstanding. And we've seen all their games, but I can't imagine them having a better effort than they've had tonight on both ends of the floor.
So the last basket here by Township.
That's Sarah Wiedemann, who is we talked about her being an outstanding soccer player, is going to Wagner on a soccer scholarship, so kudos to her. And of course the daughter of Paul Wiedemann, just one of the outstanding coaches in South Jersey. Paul coaches for the Haddonfield boys, who we will see come in here on Thursday against our boys. Really looking forward to that matchup.
Yeah, that's going to be an amazing game. Probably one of the games that will determine the Colonial.
So a foul there as Dixon was trying to drive forward. That's going to be on Sammy Martin. Quinn to inbound, finds Dixon. Close to 3.5 left to go in the fourth quarter. Oh my.
Wow. And it feels like Dixon and Camulda have been going after each other all game.
The Township is really amping up the defensive pressure out on the perimeter, really looking to kind of turn this game around. And Sterling's been equal to the task, doing what they have to do, moving the ball around, and again, getting themselves to the free throw line.
So here's Morgan Sims from the line. Her first shot. And nothing but net on that one.
And one quick look at all the free throw percentages is that Sterling seems like they're much better from the free throw line this year as opposed to last year. Last year, that was definitely one of their weaknesses. Definitely not this year, especially not tonight.
So here's Wiedemann, able to find Camulda. Camulda drives, hook shot no good. Rebounded there, and that is Malansky who puts it through.
And this Sterling team only has one senior roster, so they will just get better year after year with experience.
So here's Quinn, taking it up the far side. Quinn driving toward the basket, and she puts it through.
Yeah, that's just a great sense of knowing she almost dribbled herself into the corner, which is a tough predicament against the defense that might try and trap you. Pulled out of that and finish things off. There you see
the last basket here by Sterling.
Aaron Quinn going up with the left hand soft, and again, another situation where you see a player from Sterling just taking advantage of what the defense gives her.
That rebounded there by Sims. Dixon, layup, good. Too easy for the Knights. They have a 14-point lead as Dixon just continues to add to her point total.
Yeah, and that's an outstanding job. You know, sometimes you might get caught up looking down at the ball, but Madison Sims looked up, saw Mackenzie. I'm sorry, saw Bridget Dixon right there. And Dixon, again, obviously is able to finish easily. There you see Bridget Dixon right here. She's getting the most basket cam shots, I think, of anyone. Bridget Dixon just, you could see the growth in her as a player throughout the last 3 years, obviously starting as a freshman. Boy, I'm just impressed with not only how she sees the floor, her passing, but her knowledge of the game, knowing when to speed things up, knowing when to slow things down, and having a great sense of knowing when a defender is coming at her out of control. She'll just blow by her with a quick first step. Just a complete player when you're talking about the junior, Bridget Dixon.
So 2:18 left. Hawks down by 14. Their offense has just put up 20 in this game. Long range shot there, in and out. And that layup there is good by Malansky.
Yeah, anytime you give Malansky even a little bit of space, she's going to take advantage of it.
And thank you to Mr. K for giving me this information. Haddon Township, they average about 45 points per game. And Sterling with their long drives of great ball movement. Yeah. They've held the Hawks to just 22 so far.
Yeah, that just speaks. That stat really tells it all about the great job Sterling has done with their half-court defense against this Haddon Township team.
Here's Dixon with it and a foul. It's going to be on Wiedemann.
Foul on number 14, Wiedemann. Third foul, T6.
Here's Dixon with it. She finds Sims. Out there to Quinn. And back to Dixon. Dixon with a nice ballerina spin move. Over to find McDonald. Out to Sims. Sims wide open from 3 off the mark. Rebounded there by Martin. Less than a minute to go in this fourth quarter. And I'm pretty sure we can say at this point that Sterling is going to move to 5-2 on the year. They'll move to 500 at home as they looked absolutely dominant tonight on both sides of the ball.
And obviously they've recently just recently come off a big win against Haddon Heights, who won Group 2 in South Jersey last year. Obviously not the same Haddon Heights team that we saw last year with a fair amount of players leaving, but they still have Maddie Clark, who is one of the top players in the conference. And this is a team that's really played well in some big games and is feeling good about themselves right now, and rightfully so.
So the foul shot no good by Dixon. 30 seconds left in this fourth quarter. Here's Martin with it.
On the free throw graphic, it showed that Dixon was averaging 4 points a game. I'm pretty sure that'll go up after this one.
Oh, easily. So that shot there will not count.
It's a charge.
Second foul, team's fifth.
So 20.6 seconds left. 12-point lead for the Knights. Knocked away there by McDonald, and it will go out of play. And that goes off the foot of McDonald, and Kelly will be able to find Dixon, and Dixon with another nice move. 5 seconds left, and Dixon will just let this one run to 0. And the Sterling Knights will move to 5-2 on the season as they take down the Haddon Township Hawks 34-22. Post-game show to follow. A hip hip hooray for Sterling. They take down the Hawks 34-22. We'll be back in a few moments.
Why is everyone looking at me? Is there something on my face? Please stop looking at me.
Your clothes are dirty.
You're ugly.
You're so crusty.
You smell. You look ugly.
Everyone sees you.
That's why your shoes are raggedy.
You're alone.
I'm gonna fail you. You're never gonna get to college.
It's all in your head. It's all in your head. It's all in your head.
Dude, what are you doing? Have you ever heard of Redmond's Revenge?
No, what's that?
Well, legend says every
Every time a kid breaks a rule, Redmond sends them to internal for an entire year. Last year it was Susie Pink. This year it could be you. Don't say I didn't warn you.
Yeah, okay. I'll see you second block.
I can't believe my computer's dead.
Yo, does anyone have the charger?
No!
Where were you? You were supposed to meet me at my locker.
I had to get my books.
Let's go.
Where are we going?
Don't worry about it.
Hello everybody, welcome back. Sterling wins this game 34-22. And we are ready for Schulz with a little post-game interview action. Schulz, you're on.
Okay, we are on. Okay. Wow, what an outstanding job. I was just talking before before we got here to the interview that it seemed like it had to be one of the best games you guys have played on both ends of the floor. Talk about that, Bridget.
Yeah, well, we always make sure we can count on our defense, because if we work hard on defense, we can stay in any game. And offensively, we just keep shooting, keep putting up shots, because eventually they're going to fall. And if not, we can rely on our defense.
And Bridget, you really seem like you're seeing the floor really well and having a good sense of knowing when to drive the basket, when to dish off. Talk about that part of your game.
Well, when they like collapse on me, that I know that like my teammate's open, or if like my girl is just pressuring and somebody's turned away from the basket, I know I can take it myself. So I just kind of read what the defense does for me.
And as far as reading goes, Mackenzie, it seems like you're doing a good job finding those open area, the floors. Is that just getting better and better as, I mean, you've been playing with these girls for 3 years.
I mean, it just comes with experience and stuff, and like Bridget's been my point guard since freshman year, so her and I kind of know like how she passes the ball and stuff, and so it gets easier over time to find the open.
You seem really comfortable with the outside shot. Talk about how that's feeling this year.
I mean, I'm trying to develop a better shot. I mean, it's not going to go in if I don't shoot it, and I kept shooting it, and it eventually went in, so I just got to keep shooting.
All about confidence, right?
Yeah.
The other part of this game was the physical play away from the ball, a couple fouls. Talk about that and talk about how well you guys covered away from the ball defensively.
I mean, it's frustrating with like the off-the-ball fouls, but I mean, we just keep our composure, and that's something we've developed as a team really well, and just to keep playing. So.
The other thing, I'll go back to the defense because I think that was such a big part of the game. How well you guys play defensively out on the perimeter. Talk about that. Talk about how Coach, I'm sure, preaches that.
Yeah, we make sure we can run out on shooters, and like down low, they step up if a guard can't get over. We just basically talk and like help each other out.
It's about communication.
Definitely.
That's good. Again, that's another thing that you guys, I'm sure, have grown with as I'm talking to 2 3-year varsity starters. Yeah. What's ahead for you guys?
Haddon Field on Thursday. Yeah. Looking to get another dub.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, if you play as well as you played tonight on both ends of the floors, it should be a good one, should get a good result. Ladies, thanks for coming on with us, and best of luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And we have Kate McDonald here, coming over for her Channel 19 interview. Hey, that was an outstanding job by your ladies. You've got to be happy with how they're playing.
Yeah, they showed up to play tonight. I was very, very happy.
And your team always comes out, plays hard. And last time we talked about the defense, I felt like as a team, everybody knew the situation, the score, and they played that way, whether speed it up or slow it down. Talk about how they reacted out there.
Well, Haddon Township, pace-wise, is a very tough team to play against because they're very good at controlling the tempo. And the fact that we got ahead a little bit and then we could play the tempo we wanted to, and at the end, it was the ball, in our court, so to speak, and we could slow the game down and control the pace, which is something that we've been talking about. And I was really proud of them because a lot of those plays at the end of the game were broken down, and they just spread the floor and found each other, and they looked really good. I was really proud of them.
Is that a case of, you preach a style of play, preach, and then finally you're seeing your kids get it and carry it out? And I think consistently this year from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, I mean, it's been a work in progress for the last, couple years and things like that. And I felt like this year, instead of starting things new, we're just building off of what we know, and then we can become very good at it. And their defense is outstanding. Even if we don't shoot well, we're going to be in games because our defense is very good.
Especially, there were some fouls here and there, but your defense away from the ball. We had the overhead look. Girls are just, is it about communication?
It's just communication, and honestly, I think it's a lot about trust. And we trust that Bridget and Aaron are going to get out on the shooters, and we trust that Morgan's going to be in the back and rotate. We trust that Ken's is going to, stop plays that get to the basket. I think they just know their strengths, and I really think they trust each other, and I trust them, and they trust me, which is something, again, we've been building up for a couple years, and it feels very, very good.
I think you have a lot of, correct me if I'm wrong, but you've got more than a few leaders out there carrying out your message.
Yeah, I mean, and Haddon Township did a good job of trying to take Bridget out of the game, but then Aaron can step up, and Morgan can step up, and, Caitlin wasn't feeling well, but she's always there to step up and help, and everybody just keeps, they just support each other.
I'm supposed to be cutting into this interview here?
Yeah, you got a lot of airtime. We saw pictures of both of you ladies went back in 1994, and you both have aged outstanding, have done you look great. Yeah, you don't look.
Texted my phone about it.
Oh, okay.
watching. So yes, exactly. So it's come. Yeah, look at us. We look young.
We had the whole family out there. And you go back to when you guys played, had a lot of success. What's just sticks out as far as a memory when you think of you guys playing back then?
Oh God, my first memory is getting yelled at by Mr. Ulrich
Constantly. What happened back in the day coaches would never get away with now. That's for sure. We used to get screamed and hollered at in a more negative way, I would say, more so than a positive way. But it was good.
How does it feel coming back here? Obviously, you've seen a ton of games here, and you're on the Sterling side, coming back as the enemy. Yeah. Talk about that, how that felt coming in.
It was tough. I mean, we've been here when my sister Kylie and stuff was coaching and everything before too. So, but coming back, and it's always weird walking into the gym where I used to play. And of course, it would have been nice for us to be successful tonight, but somebody else had to take the crown tonight. So kudos to her. She did a great job, and so did the girls. I mean, they played really well.
Daughter's off to an outstanding start. We saw her stats, and you could tell she's a good player. And I know Kate defended her well out there.
She did. Starting out good, she's a freshman, but she's holding her own, so she's got a lot to learn, and playing in these games and gaining experience and everything, she's only going to get better, so that's good for us.
She's got a great career ahead of her and a great family to support her.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming.
Thank you. You too, Kate.
Happy New Year.
All right.
Bye. Okay.
All right, take care. Can you say
Bye-bye. You always have the great tradition here.
So much fun. We were just talking, we used to, at the end of games, my father always was like, pay 10 wings at my house, and like all the parents and students and people, it was just like a thing. So a lot of very good memories. It's great. It's cool to see her, and I like watching her daughter do well. I'm happy for her.
Absolutely. One last thing I'll ask you. What's the key to going against Haddonfield on Thursday?
It's going to be a dogfight. Same kind of thing. We have to come ready to play. We have to play good defense. We have to execute. We have to put a complete game together for sure.
And based on tonight, I think there's a good chance of that happening.
I think so too. We'll see what happens.
Coach, thanks for coming on with us.
Thanks, guys.
Best of luck. Okay. All right. We'll see you. And we will take it back to Brian.
All right, so our next TV game is this Thursday, January 5th. Boys basketball will take on Haddonfield here at the Castle at 5:30. You can find that live on Channel 19 or on YouTube at Sterling TV 19. And from all of us here at the Castle, I'm Brian McLaren, joined by Schulz and Strauss today. From everyone, Mr. K, and all of our camera crew working out today, thank you all so much for joining us on Channel 19.